Today, this video is going to be something just a little bit different than the hunting tactics. But I've gotten a lot of questions on what equipment I use to film my hunts and film all the stories and activities that I do involved in hunting. So I'll get into it. I'll post links. I'll try to look for the best deals on Amazon. Usually Prime Day is your best day. Some of these I got during that or during different deals, but let's jump right into it. First of all, one of the most handy, actually probably is the most handy thing I use, I'm talking to you on right now. It's a GoPro Hero 9. They're probably going to quit making those because I think they're in the 12 or 13 series now. But you could get the 10. That'll be your cheapest option, and it'll get the job done. For instance, this GoPro films in 4K, has the photo modes, but the 4K is huge. When I first started filming, the GoPros did not pick up sound, they were very wide angle, so they've adapted into that 4K. So to be honest with you, I do a lot of my filming because I'm self-filming on this. I do most of my audio on this. That being said, if you are gonna do what I do here and do a lot of your audio, I would get the media mod, which is I think $50, but again, I'll post the link to it. Basically, you can see it in the picture I'll show you here, that it just goes around. It's got like a miniature shotgun type mic with the GoPro, and it allows you to pick up good audio for that. So like I said, on the GoPro, I use it everywhere. One other thing I wanted to mention with the GoPros, the accessories are huge. I've got this clamp, easy to hold. You can clamp it, so like when I'm in a tree stand, for instance, I can clamp it on a limb, or even one of your hangers that you use for your bow or what have you. So the media mod's a great accessory, and really I have other accessories. I don't use anything else than this clamp, hardly at all. Okay, let's get into the camera. The reason I don't use a GoPro for filming deer is for obvious reasons. The zoom aspect of it, being able to get in close on that deer or close on whatever I'm filming as it moves. So what I use is the Canon Vixia G70. It's the newest model. When I first started filming, I was actually using the G20, and then I got into upper end Sonys, but now that I'm self-filming a lot, I use that. It is very lightweight. I'll have to get the specs on it for you, but it's very lightweight. I think it's like 1.5 pounds, or 2 pounds. It films in 4K, which is awesome. You can crop your footage. Those run around $1,000. Now, you can get, if you're not as worried about doing some of the production that I do, which isn't the top level production, but it's solid, you can get even cheaper cameras. A lot of cameras are coming out with 4K, but if you wanted a middle of the road, or actually it's pretty cheap to be honest, at $1,000, that's a great camera. And you can see some of this footage I've been showing you in this video is from that Canon G70. Now, there are two ways that I film with that. Obviously with the camera arm, and then I use like the Raptor arm that's used for blinds. They're both from Fourth Arrow. I use their lightest model. I'll have to post the name down below in the description. Very light camera arm, and that's one of my big things that kind of honestly sounds kind of petty, but drove me out of filming originally, was just carrying all the equipment to the stand. You know, that heavy pro version camera that weighed a bunch, and having to carry big heavy camera arms, etc., etc. That was one of the reasons it drove me out of filming for the last few years. So love the setup with the G70, the light, either the light Raptor arm that you can attach to like a shelf in your blind, or the very light camera arm. My whole deal doesn't weigh but probably 5 pounds at most. With that being said, I bought a Neewer fluid head. Has an 8-pound capacity, super light. Again, harping back on that light setup. Especially, most people now are going to self-film. I'm pretty much stuck on self-filming. A couple of the other accessories that are run on the Canon G70 are the Deity D4 Duo. Pretty cool little shotgun mic. It allows you, since I don't have XLR inputs, it allows you to plug in, use the shotgun mic, plug that into your camera output or audio output or input, and then you can plug a wireless mic into it and it'll pick up both audios. My wireless is a Hollyland Lark M1, so it's a battery powered. Obviously don't have the XLR inputs, so that's one downside. You just gotta make sure your stuff's charged before you go out. But again, easy setup. You can stick it all in your backpack, whatever. And on that note, with all that stuff I just mentioned, I can stick all my camera gear in my hunting backpack, which is makes it awesome. You're not carrying a separate backpack full of camera gear. The last thing I'll finish up with, and again, this is if you're doing kind of some moderate production, but maybe you even enjoy having this just to mess around with, but it makes this, in my opinion, has made the moderate, maybe even lower level video production just awesome. And I use it a ton. I use my GoPro the most, but I use this by far the second most is my drone. I bought a DJI Mini 3 Pro. You can get other models. The Mini 3 Pro, the reason I liked it was because it has features that don't allow it to run into trees and make sure it lands in a safe spot, so that's pretty cool. I did buy, and I do think it's important if you buy, you want to get the RC remote with it, where you can see, so when you fly it, you can watch the screen. But that is my setup for what I'll call, you know, low moderate level filming. I'm not doing anything like the huge TV shows do, but you're seeing a lot of people with these YouTube channels that do this, and a lot of them that I talk to and know have very similar equipment. You've seen my videos. You can see that you get a pretty good quality video out of just this equipment that I have, and I'm definitely right around that $1,500 mark with that drone. So you can be way cheaper than that if you don't think you need the drone, or even if you got to step down the camera. You know, a lot of this stuff I got on Amazon, and again on Prime Day you can find some really good deals on these, but I'll try to post all the links to all these, and shoot me any questions you may have on the setup.